MetalMark.com, I'm Metal Mark, here with the one and only Michael from Volbeat. How are you, sir?
Good to see you.
It's been 3 years since the last time I've talked to you with Nightwish, and you know a lot's been going on.
Seems like it.
I mean, you've been touring with bands people know like Metallica and stuff like that. I mean, how have the last 3 years been for you?
Very active. You know, as you said, a lot of touring, constantly actually being on the road.
Yeah.
A lot of work in Europe, of course. So now this year, we're concentrating mostly on the U.S. We only have one show in Europe, and it takes time to get all the way around in the U.S. So we will be touring around 4, maybe 5 times this year in the U.S. So pretty busy.
Yeah, very cool. Now, obviously, back then, not many people in the States knew who you were, but now it seems to get better and better, especially with the success of Warrior's Call. Was it #1 on Billboard single? Like, that's insane. Like, how did you react to that when you heard that?
Oh, we thought it was a mistake.
Yeah.
No, it was actually quite weird because we were touring. We were on the Gigant tour, and our American management, they always call us up and tells us what's going on, and keep us updated about how we're doing here in the U.S. And we were not aware of, and it was the Billboard. We just heard that we were #2 at some kind of radio station. We thought, well, okay, that sounds pretty cool, and then forgot about all that. And then people start talking about it, how great it was. And I said, okay, oh well, yeah, I guess it's fine playing at the radio. But, and then we talked again to our management and said, it's the Billboard. And I said, what? So we said, oh, that's the reason why people are talking that much. And then, I called Mikkel Kessler, the fighter I'm actually singing about in Warrior's Call, and I said, we're actually #2 on the Billboard right now. And he was totally up in the air about it, and I said, well, that's pretty amazing, and he said, all right, if you go all the way to #1, I will have the Volbeat logo tattooed.
Nice.
So cool, man. And then 1 hour later, the American management calls up again. Now you're #1.
He's like,
so I have to call back Mikkel, the fighter, and said, you can book your time at the tattoo artist. You're getting a tattoo now. Yeah. So but that's quite impressive. That's something we wouldn't even dream of could happen.
Yeah.
And with that song, because it's they hadn't even played it in the radio in Europe. So,
wow.
But that's just really cool that they can pick different songs. So totally proud about that.
I mean, it had to be like a finally for you guys, because you have a huge following in Europe and you've been wanting a bigger crowd here, so to get that response from the American fans, it had to be like finally. For me, I was like, okay, people finally get it, but that's just me. But
yeah, but being very honest, we rather do the road work and just see the fans' reaction, in person. That's what music is all about, being on the road, playing those shows. And if you're lucky, then sometimes you can actually be played at the radio, and we got lucky somehow that we had some few songs that the American radio stations could relate to, so good for us. And it's a good way to have new listeners, coming to the shows. But that's quite cool.
yeah, no, obviously that was on Beyond Hell, Above Heaven, which came out 2010 here. Obviously, greedy Volbeat fans want to know about new music. So when do y'all have any idea, or you're more focused on touring right now, when we could expect something new?
As you saw when you came in, I'm sitting here and doing some riffs.
I got a sneak peek of one riff. It was amazing.
We are working on a lot of new songs, and we are planning to enter the studio in October this year. So while we're on the road, just sitting here and doing nothing, just getting more fat and lazy, and you know, what else to do than write an album?
Yeah, yeah.
So now and then I get some ideas, and I record it on the amp or on my mobile, and when I come home I put the pieces together, and we go to the rehearsal room for 1 or 2 weeks, and then we're on the road again.
Yeah.
So now and then, you know, when you have the inspiration and the time, you know, it's good to just sit and do some riffing and melodies. So we're working on something, and lots of ideas for the next album. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, very cool. Well, next month, y'all are heading out on another headlining tour here with Iced Earth and Hell Yeah.
Yeah.
Which brings up the video I saw of you and John Schaefer talking about maybe collaboration. Is there anything new on that?
Well, first of all, we wanted to tour together.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a huge Iced Earth fan, and I've been a big fan since I was in school. I remember when the first Iced Earth album was released in Copenhagen, you know, when the record stores were getting that record, you know. So I've been following that band since the very beginning, and first, became a really good friend with Matt Barlow, the former singer. He's such a great guy. All the guys in that band are amazing guys, and later on also get to know John, and we became really good friends, and we're hanging out when we have the opportunity, and there's definitely, you know, a really good understanding with John and I, and it's just in the air. We have to do something together, and so first of all, we're going to tour, and we have ideas, you know, in the future for doing something that I cannot talk too much about now. Yeah. But let's see what's happening. First of all, we're going to be on the road together, and it might be there that some of the cooperation starts to, you know, takes its form. Yeah. So I'm very happy to have those guys on the road. I'll wish they were the headliner. They could play 3 hours. You know, that would make me happy, because they have so many good records out. Oh, yeah. And Hell Yeah, it's an honor to have them with us as well. You know, Vinnie Paul is such a great guy, and the other guys are great too. You know, and I really love to see them live and playing their new songs. So it's gonna be an amazing tour.
Yeah, definitely. Now, do you have? How long are y'all playing for that? Because it's your headline spot. Is it going to be like maybe 2 hours, or is it going to be a little less than that?
No, as I said, you know, for me, you know, it'd be good just to play 15 minutes and see the two other bands just play all the songs, you know. But no, you know, we were just planning this tour, and our management put out some kind of press release that we were seeking support bands, and we could not in our wildest imagination, you know, come up with that Iced Earth and Hell Yes gonna be the one knocking at the door. It's like, come on, you can do your own headliner tour. But it's, you know, it's not about who's headlining or whatever. It's all about doing the right package, you know, and having some good friends around you, you know, some good metal and some good rock and roll, and then it really doesn't matter who is playing first or after, you know, as long as the package is good. And they wanted to do it, and we were like, hell yeah, man, let's do that. You know, it's perfect. So let's see how long the set's going to be, you know.
Very cool. Now, for the last question, last time I talked to you, my last question was, if you could tour with any band, who would it be? And you said Metallica. So you did that. Yeah. So I don't even know, like, where do you go from here? Like, what's your next goal in life? Because you obviously nailed that pretty quick.
Yeah, oh, well, there's so many great bands out there, and you know, we've been playing with lots of them, and you know, the list will continue. So you know, it'd be great to have a tour with Hank III or something.
There you go.
You know, or Iron Maiden, or something like that. Social Distortion, Manic Street Preachers. I would love to do that. So you know, let's see what the future brings.
Very cool. It's obviously very bright with the success. I gotta say, congratulations, man. It's great to see. Do you have any final words for the fans out there?
Just, you know, thank you very much for your support, and you know, we're having a good time as always here in the U.S. And hopefully, you will be at the venues, the festivals, you know, everywhere where you can find Volbeat. You know, we are road dogs, so you know, we don't sit at home. We like to to get some work done on the road, and your support has been amazing so far. So thank you very much.